Our familiar guest, the basement doctor, has shown us plenty of ways to help shore up our home, protect our basement year-round. Did you know his team can also help you design and finish your basement, turning it into livable space? Well, he can. And to show us, Ron Greenbaum, the basement doctor himself, is here to show us how. Ron, as always, good to have you back.
Great to see you, Gail.
So you've helped us fix our basement from leaks. We now have no water coming in. The next step is to use that space.
Yeah, that's what, especially as we get into fall and winter, you know, kids have been outside playing, and you need a place to for them to play in the home.
It's true. One of the first things we did was make that basement livable so that we could put the kids down there with their toys and their noise, and it is a good finished space. So how can you help folks, Ron?
Well, you know, that's a great question. First of all, you know, one of the reasons that a lot of people use us to work on their basements, most of it is actually referrals from people who we've waterproofed or fixed the structural repair, and they feel very confident now that they can use that living space. Mm-hmm. And what we then do is we go in and we do an analysis of what the room should look like, what they have in mind, what the purpose is, things like that. A lot of what we're doing today is just people that, unfortunately, their children have moved back into their homes because of foreclosures, things like that. Their grandchildren need a bedroom, so that's a lot of what we're doing.
Wow. So the changing lifestyle of people is another reason why they're giving you a call.
Sure.
What kind of things can you do for folks? What can you put in a basement?
Well, we've done some fun rooms, you know, in addition to living space for people. We've put theme rooms in. A lot of what we've done in the last 2 or 3 years are like Ohio State rooms, things like that.
Of course,
Buckeye
go Bucks,
rooms,
yeah.
Scarlet and Gray. You can see this is one that we're actually pretty famous for. It got written up in a lot of national publications, and a lot of wire services picked it up because it was an amazing room of all types of Ohio State paraphernalia, and this gentleman just wanted the ultimate Buckeye experience.
And apparently he got it. This is an awesome looking room. Why do folks, or why should they go to you, Ron, as opposed to some other kind of construction company, business firm that could help do the same thing?
Well, you know, Gail, that is a great question. And, you know, it's one that I ask myself every day.
Like, why are they coming to me?
Yeah, and, you know, I've actually, I've asked my wife that same question. Why do you think people, you know, contract with us? And we do quite a bit of business. And she said, because what people get from you and your company is insurance. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? She said, well, you know, you do whatever's necessary, and you stand behind the product, and you pull the right permits, and you hire licensed people, and that's what they get from you, because if you don't do that, a lot of bad things can happen.
There's just a level of trust there, I think, that people in the community have when they hear the name of the basement doctor, actually, Ron.
Well, I think that trust is earned by a lot of people over the years, and we're very proud of that. You know, again, it starts, I think, with the core of people that have been with me for 15 and 20 years.
When folks come to you and say, I'm thinking about finishing my basement, what kind of questions do they have? How can you guide them on the right path as to what they are going to need for the use that they want that living space?
Well, you know, again, we send a project manager out to ask a series of questions. We want to make sure they also understand that a basement, you've got to keep some storage. You've got mechanicals involved. There are, again, codes about how close the walls can go. What
you
type
can put
of
in bathrooms and basements?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, almost every job we do has some type of bathroom. Sure.
But not necessarily kitchens or anything like that. Again, we're talking about a whole different kind of permit basis.
Yeah, you can put a kitchen, but it's difficult. And again, if you put a bedroom in, and almost any basement we feel should have an egress of some type to make it safe.
Very true. Those are things that people don't always think about when they're starting to do that planning.
Yeah, in this day and age, you know, and these guys a lot of them do very good work, but they're not licensed. They used to work for builders, you know, with that industry having its challenges. They're out there finishing basements, things like that, and you know, there's a lot of things involved with electric, and it's very scary if you use somebody that doesn't pull the proper permits. I've had insurance agents say if they find that out, they cancel people's insurance.
Well, if folks want to know first how to dry out that basement, and then once it's dry, how they can finish it, they can contact you for both things. Yeah,
and again, we give you a free assessment, and you know, again, most of that work is referral, but we'll go out and see anybody.
Ron, it's nice to have you here.
Always great.
Have a great weekend. Thanks.
You too.